It's 2 in the afternoon.
Faith Internet Radio, we take a stroll down the Soul Avenue. And here's your host, Bob Hutchins.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome along to Friday Afternoon Soul Avenue here on Keep the Faith Internet Radio. I'm Bob Hutchins. I'll be with you until 4 o'clock this afternoon, playing a great mix of soul, northern soul and Motown tunes for you. Well, as I always say, the weekend starts here and it's a long weekend this week. Last summer bank holiday. Yes, a couple of days afterwards. First of meteorological autumn. Where is this year going? Well, I don't know. Let's get the show underway, shall we? Gonna kick off with the Royal Jokers. This is called Love Game, in brackets from A to Z. Us underway on this cooler but very pleasant Friday afternoon. The Royal Jokers, Love Game, in brackets from A to Z. On the B-side was From A to Z, in brackets, Love Game. Out of Detroit, released on Wingate Records, October 1966, composed by Albert Hamilton and Richard Morris. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Here's Ola Harper, I Wanna Weep. A song composed and produced by Peppermint Harris. That was Ola V. Harper, I Wanna Weep, released by Jewel Records in January 1969. You're listening to
Friday afternoon, Soul Avenue, on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Gene Wells as we go to 67, I'm in Your Corner. Yeah, what a pair of lungs that lady had. Gene Wells and I'm in Your Corner, an A-side on Calla Records from September 1967, composed by Bert DeCotto and Clyde Otis. Good afternoon to Pete Scully Schofield. Pete will be with you Sunday morning, of course, at 10 o'clock. Good afternoon to Ted Jackson, who's down the pub somewhere near Hornchurch, having a sneaky coke. Here's Al Green and the Soulmates and Don't Leave Me. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio. On Keep the Faith Internet Radio, Al Green and the Soulmates and Don't Leave Me, B-side to Backup Train, released November 67 on Hotline Music Records, composed by Palmer James, released on Stateside here in the UK, 12th of Jan 68. Now Ted asked me for a record last week, which I didn't have. It's only been released here in the UK as a single for a month. For you, Ted, here's the Afterglows, I'm a Good Woman, cover of Barbara Ozen's tune, of course.
that you got another woman.
Not a bad cover, but I think I prefer Barb Rosen's original, I'm a Good Woman, from the Afterglows, released 25th of July this year on Kent Records. Composed, of course, by Barbara Rosen. Barbara Lynn Rosen.
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
Keep the faith in the radio.
And now, two tunes from 1970 onwards.
Starting with Jimmy James and the Vagabonds. Yeah, the man that started life as a Jamaican ska singer and progressed from there. Jimmy James and the Vagabonds, Whatever Happened to the Love We Knew, released by Pye Records, 12th of September 1975, composed by Pye Biju and Ken Cumberbatch. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio, Friday afternoon, Soul Avenue. Welcome along. Slowy for the second one, here's the ballads and Confessing a Feeling. Yeah, lovely, a gentle soul ballad from the 1970s for you there. They were called the ballads, it was put your teeth in, Bob. Confessing a Feeling, A-side on Balja Records, composed by Isaac Bolden, arranged by Gene Page. This is
Lumpy Pop Hutchins, Friday afternoon, Soul Avenue.
This is Joe Swift's Internationals and Bell Bottoms. Prefer to call them flares myself. Joe Swift's Internationals and Bell Bottoms, B-side to Boogaloo Party on Crest Records from August 1966, composed by T.J. Somerville, B. Swift and Joe Swift himself. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio, bit of Buddy Lamp now, Save Your Love. Go, Buddy Lamp, or using the name his mum gave him, Willie Lee Lampkin, part of the Lampkin Singers that were a gospel group. That one on Wellsville Records, August 67, composed by Don Bryan.
Putting the heart into soul music. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Jackie Ross, 1964, Selfish One. And Jackie Ross, Selfish One, released July 64 in the US on Chess, 28th of August 64 here in the UK on Pye International. It reached number 11 on both Billboard and Cashbox's Hot 100, composed by Carl Smith and Wilfred McKinley. Got another Jackie for you next. Spelt differently though, it's Jackie Owens. You're doing something awfully good. There you go, Jackie Owens, who was just 21 when that record was made, just been released from the Marine Corps. You're doing something awfully good, the B-side to Tenderly Tenderly, released in May of 66 on the Groovy label. He's 81 now. Doesn't time fly, especially when it's somebody else's life. The
Motown Double Play on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
The nutty ones in the house. Here's the Supremes from the first of our double play with A Song in My Heart. Very beautiful song, I think, this one. There you go, the Supremes, track 5 on the A side of their album, I Hear a Symphony, on the 18th of August 66, Motown Records, June 66 on Tamla Motown here in the UK.
In the name of love, before you.
This is the Isley Brothers and Stop in the Name of Love. There you go, the Isley Brothers covering a Supreme song, Stop in the Name of Love, track 2 on the A side of their album. This Old Heart of Mine, in brackets, is Weak for You. Released on Tamla Records, 23rd of May 66, Tamla Motown in the UK in the October.
Bob Hutchins, Friday afternoon, so right. Keep the faith, internet radio. Keep the faith, internet radio.
This is Charlie Rich, Don't Tear Me Down. There you go, Charlie Rich and Don't Tear Me Down, which had remained unreleased until it came out in 1988 on a compilation album called Charlie Rich, I'll Shed No Tears, the best of the High recordings, released by High Records no less, composed by Richard Shan. Now, eventually came out on vinyl over here, 7-inch, released by Kent Select in 2007, and it's got Jeanette Jones, Cut Loose, on the other side. Now, this next artist only seems to have made 3 records, and he did them while he was in Germany. Can't find out anything about him, but it's quite possible, being Germany, that he was an American serviceman based over there. So here he is, John Speaker is his name. I can't break the news to myself.
From January to March, I'll tell the world the icy wind.
As we come up to 2:45 on a Friday afternoon, John Speaker, I Can't Break the News to Myself, on Vogue Schlout Platten Records from February 1968, composed by Jimmy Williams and Larry Harrison. Ah, that wasn't supposed to happen. That's supposed to happen.
Heart and soul in Motown. Keep the faith, internet radio. I've been listening Lord and soul, raining in Motown, stunning soul. Keep the faith, internet radio. Keep the faith, internet radio.
This is Friday Afternoon Soul Avenue. I'm Bob Hutchins. Welcome along. This is the Steinways. My heart's not in it anymore. Yeah, the Steinways. My heart's not in it anymore. In brackets. Babe, babe, babe. Came out on Oliver Records in May of 1966. Composed by Denny Randall and Sandy Linzer. This is Friday Afternoon Soul Avenue. Keep the faith, internet radio. Del Notes now as we go to 1968. Don't Leave Me Girl. There you go, from the town of Newport News in Virginia. That was Del Notes and Don't Leave Me Girl. Top Cat Records 68, composed by Danny O'Brien.
Baby, please stay.
the faith internet radio.
Candy and the Kisses. Tonight's the night. I'll report back tomorrow and let you know if it is or not. Candy and the Kisses here on Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Tonight's the night. B-side to The Last Time on Scepter Records, released in April of '66, composed by Luther Dixon and Shirley Owens. So, you going anywhere for the bank holiday? I'm not. Well, apart from my daughter's for dinner tomorrow night. Here's the Volumes, My Kinda Girl. There's one I haven't played for about 3 years, the Volumes and My Kinda Girl on Inferno Records from September 1967, produced by Duke Browner, who co-composed it with Charles Adkins. This is Friday afternoon, Soul Avenue on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Hutchins, Friday afternoon, Soul Avenue.
Candy Staton, For You.
I would stay by your side until you.
Yeah, Candy Staton, and that song's called For You, which was on the B-side to I'd Rather Be an Old Man's Sweetheart Than a Young Man's Fool. Came out on Fame Records May '69 in the US, Capitol here in the UK on the 27th of June, produced by Rick Hall and composed by George Jackson. Will we get one more in before the hour is up? This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Ticho and the Students, his version of Chills and Fever.
The current time is 3 p.m.
Keep the Faith Internet Radio. The home for great soul, lost soul in Motown. This is Friday afternoon.
Welcome back to hour 2 of Friday afternoon Soul Avenue. Gonna start the hour with Spider Turner, Stand By Me. I thought that was Mike Yarwood to begin with, and this is me, sounding the same as all the others. Spider Turner and Stand By Me on MGM Records from November '66. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Here's Lorne Leslie, Someone Like You. That was Lorne Leslie and Someone Like You. Released on Philips Records here in the UK in March of 1965, composed by Jack Price. Of course, originally recorded by Paul Anka, but it was shelved in favour of To Wait for Love and was never released by him. In addition to the version there from Lorne Leslie, Ivor Raymond also produced a version by Ken Kirkham, released the same month apparently. Lorne Leslie, well, her real name was Irene Spetty. She hailed from Cardiff Docks, and like other black singers from the area, she hoped to follow in Shirley Bassey's glittering footsteps. However, she was keen to distance herself from the whole Tiger Bay mythology. Rather than adopting a sex kitten persona, emphasis was instead put on a strong sense of humour. In fact, during the early part of her career, she was promoted as a comedienne singer. Between 59 and 66, she released a string of singles on Parlophone, Polydor and Philips, none of which did anything spectacular commercially, and it's thought part of the reason for this was because she had moved to Scandinavia. Yeah, it doesn't help, doesn't it? Was unable to promote her material. She lived in Copenhagen and worked as a cabaret singer on the continent. That said, she did make occasional appearances on British television. She was interviewed on Top of the Pops in '64, and later that year she stood in for ill Cilla Black on Sunday night at the London Palladium, where she performed Thank Your Lucky Stars. There you go. Some of these forgotten artists over here, as well as the United States. You're listening to
the station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
Keep the faith in the radio.
Oh, my old man's a dustman.
It's time for Barry Pallett's requests.
The love of my man.
kicking off with Pearly and Grey. That was Pearly and Grey and the Passengers. You're all familiar with the B-side of that record, I Don't Want to Cry, which was played at the Golden Torch in '72. But that one, A-side, on Green Sea Records from January '66, composed by Ed Townsend. Now both sides of that charted on various radio stations around the US. The A-side, the one I played, that reached number 73 on the 24th of January on WDRC 1360 AM, Hartford, Connecticut. The B-side of that reached number 56 5 days later on WAVZ 1300 AM, New Haven, Connecticut. The B-side, I Don't Want to Cry, again reached number 5 on another Connecticut station as well. So not sure of that. I didn't write it down. Well, perhaps it didn't tell me. Just said in March of 1966. Okay. Don't turn the mic off, Bob, they can't hear you. Let's have the second one of Barry's tunes.
You got me falling.
That's the second tune for Barry this afternoon. And that was called You Got Me by JB, released as an A-side on Cap Records in October 1967, composed by Larry Banks and Herman W. Kelly. Initially copyrighted the year before on the 10th of October 1966, and then it was copyrighted again on the 10th of October 67 because additional words and music had been added to it. There you go. What's going on here? Right, you're listening to
Bob Hutchins on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
This one's Barry's third tune, Doris Duke. How was I to know you cared? There you go, Doris Duke, the third of Barry Pallett's requests this afternoon. That was called How Was I to Know You Cared, B-side to Feet Start Walking, released by Canyon Records in May of 1970. Produced and arranged by Jerry Williams Jr., who co-composed it with Gary Bonds. We'll have 3 more to come from Barry next on Sunday. In fact, we got a fistful on Sunday because we got 3 great tunes coming up from Ted on Sunday, 3 from Lardy and 3 from Barry. So I'd love to just play requests all afternoon. One time we used to get a lot more. that people don't come on the chat anymore, do they? Not so much, not like they used to during COVID and lockdown there. Often just listening away in the background, as you do with most radio stations, of course. Good afternoon to Sulphur Sue over there in Kettering. She's been gardening again. She's got a big garden, Sue. There's a lot of plants and vegetables and, well, fruit. There's everything in Sue's garden, and I saw it back, when was that? January, February, Sue, wasn't it? Yeah, party night. You're listening to
Friday afternoon, Soul Avenue, on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
This is Vic and the Catalinas talking about my girl. Yeah, Vic and the Catalinas for you, and talking about my girl on Barclay Records from 1967.
I'm talking about my girl, oh yeah, why do you wanna treat me blue? I'm talking about my
This is George Benson and My Woman's Good to Me. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Can you believe it? Be 43? Where is he? He was born 1943. Is it? Does that make him 80 in just over a year's time? Something like that. George Benson, My Good Woman on A&M Records there from July 1969. Composed by Billy Sherrill and Glenn Sutton. Taken from the LP Tell It Like It Is.
Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Great soul music, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Watch out. It's the Foxes' threesome, as chosen by Lardy.
Yeah, Lardy's not with us this afternoon. He'll be listening on Catch Up. He's having a little procedure on his eyes today. This is the Impressions for Lardy's number one. You've been cheating. That was the Impressions here on Keep the Faith Internet Radio. You've Been Cheating. A-side on ABC Paramount Records from November 65, composed by Curtis Mayfield. Reached 33, having entered Billboard's Hot 100 on the 20th of November 65. Reached 12 in their R&B chart. Marvin Gaye, they used this tune for a Christmas tune. This is not that version though, this is Pretty Little Baby. You'd have thought they'd have taken the sleigh bells out of the non-Christmas record version that they used that tune for. Marvin Gaye, Pretty Little Baby, A-side from the 18th of June 1965 on Tamla Records, composed by Marvin himself along with Clarence Paul and Dave Hamilton. It was recorded on the 5th of November and the 22nd of December 1964. With The Flip, recorded even earlier. That was called Now That You've Won Me, and it was recorded on July 22nd and 23rd, 1963. The record itself released in the UK on Tamla Motown Records, 13th of August, 1965.
Friday afternoon, Soul Avenue, on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
So this is Lardy's third tune, The Volcanoes, Storm Warning. There you go, that was Lardy's third tune for this afternoon, The Volcanoes, Storm Warning, you've heard many, many times. Got Baby on the B-side, released by Arctic Records, 18th of May, 1965. They also, though, released a single-sided promo of Storm Warning as well. Now, The Volcanoes merged with Philly soul group The Exceptions, whose probably biggest hit was Down by the Ocean. A doo-wop classic, of course. They merged together to form The Tramps. Yes. No Tramps records this afternoon, though. There's Betty Lavette and Let Me Down Easy. Oh, what a voice she has. That was Betty Jo Haskins, better known to you and I as Betty Lavette. Let Me Down Easy from March 65 on Calla Records. Produced by Don Gardner. It was composed by Reacher Hollywood. No, Holloway. That's 4 now then, buddy. Copyrighted 23rd of Feb, 65.
So music 24 hours a day.
And now, 2 tunes from 1970 onwards.
This is Mixed Feelings and Shalala. That was Mixed Feelings with an A. Donaldson on lead vocals, that's what it says on the label. Released on United Records out of South Carolina in 1976. Produced and composed by Glenn Walling. You're listening to Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Here's our second tune from the 70s. This one from October 71. Joe Simon, Drowning in the Sea of Love.
I've been down one time.
3:45 on a Friday afternoon. Butty coming up at the top of the hour. That was Joe Simon and Drowning in a Sea of Love. Released on Spring Records in October 71 in the US. 14th of Jan 72 here in the UK. Big hit in the States. Entered Billboard's chart 27th of November and reached number 11 in the Hot 100. Number 3 in the R&B chart.
Make me cry all night.
Yeah, Butty liked that one as well. Yeah, good track.
Come be Papa Tunes, Friday afternoon, Soul Avenue.
This is the Checkmates Limited and Kissing Her and Crying for You. Yeah, the Checkmates Limited out of Fort Wayne in Indiana, discovered by Nancy Wilson. Kissing Her and Crying for You, an A-side on Capitol Records from October 66. Probably their most famous record, Black Pearl, produced by Phil Spencer. And of course Run Nigga Run, taken from the movie The Black Connection. I always sort of feel uneasy when I play that one.
The Motown Double Play on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Starting with The Temptations. This is Cindy. Here you go, The Temptations and Cindy, taken from their album Wish It Would Rain. Bit of a typo from me on the tags there, because it's showing as 67, but it wasn't. Released 29th of April 1968 on Gordy Records, composed by Smokey Robinson. UK edition of that LP, August 68. You can get it in both stereo and mono here in the UK. Talking to Smokey, here's The Miracles. I'll try something new.
Then I'll try something new.
There you go, that was the Miracles. And I'll Try Something New. A-side on Tamla Records from the 9th of April 62, composed by Smokey. And it was also the title track of their album, which came out later on that year in the July. The album called I'll Try Something New. This is Keep the Faith, Internet Radio. Running out of time fast here. 6.5 minutes to go. Then it's Nutty Butty, followed by Mickey G. No, followed by Terry Shaw and Mickey G. Yeah, so Butty at the top of the hour, Terry Shaw at 6, Mickey G at 7. This is Jeanette White. It's called Music. Yeah, Jeanette White there, Music, released initially on Vibration Records in 1969, June of that month, or that year even. National release on A&M in the July, also A&M here in the UK, 22nd of August 1969. Time for one more before I go. Gonna have The Impossibles. It's called, well, It's Alright. Stand by, Butty. There you go, The Impossibles, and well, It's Alright on RMP Records, stood for Radio Music Production. Label owner who produced it, Joe Pellegrino. He also co-composed it. Cracking little tune. Well, a big thank you to everyone that's tuned in this afternoon. I'll be back next Friday. I don't go on holiday till the Saturday. And I'll also be with you tomorrow for Soul on Saturday in association with Buzztown Radio here in Leighton Buzzard. Big thank you to Lardy and Barry for the requests. As I say, in addition on Sunday, we've got requests from Ted Jackson as well. Looking forward to playing those. Have a great weekend, folks. See you again soon. Bye for now.
Friday Afternoon Soul Avenue was a Bob Hutchins radio production for Keep the Faith Internet Radio.